Welcome to Sarpy Outlook, a program dedicated to promoting democratic ideals from an issue-based perspective. This season, however, we are focusing on candidates who embody those ideals by running for public office. I'm Peg O'Dea Lippert. Our guest today is Judy Domina, who is a candidate for the Metropolitan Community College Board of Governors in District 1. Welcome, Judy.
Thank you, Peg. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you, Sarpy County Outlook, for giving me this opportunity to provide information to the voters, because I really believe an informed voter is what we want at the polls.
Thank you, Judy. I recall you're telling me some months ago that another board member encouraged you to run, and you were quite hesitant at that time. So, as a way to get started, could you tell me how you decided to seek this position? And in other words, what interest and motivation compelled you to run for this opening, Judy?
Okay. Well, yes, I was hesitant, and my main hesitation was time. I think whenever I become involved in an organization, I want to make sure that I can make the commitment and time that the organization requires. And after looking at my schedule and everything, and since then becoming semi-retired, I have the time that I can devote to the board, which is so important. Then the other thing I did was I did research on what the Metro Community College was doing. And as you can see here, I did quite a bit of research. And what impact it was having on our community, and the needs that it was meeting for not only the students, but also the employers and economic development in our community. So I found out that they were delivering many fine things that I didn't know before. So it was real education for myself. They, provide quality learning opportunities, lifelong educational programs. In fact, I think you're a part of that.
Yes,
you do the
and
watercolors.
For seniors, it's half price to take the non-credit classes at Metro?
Not only seniors, but also high school students.
Oh, really?
And they provide support for personal and professional enrichment and training programs and services that stimulate economic and the workforce development, which is so important when we're going out there trying to recruit new businesses to come into our community. They also have courses and programs that provide a transferable path to a four-year college degree, and of course the tuition for those first 2 years is much less, so that, and it also, they get that really personal commitment of a class size of 1 to 14, that nice small class size. They have career and vocational educational supporting business and economic partnerships, and they have a positive learning environment. And this is was something that I really was impressed. They promote student success by first identifying what strengths that student has and building on those strengths. So that convinced me that I want to be a part of this board.
Well, I've always been impressed with the role of the community college in our community. Judy, regarding you, what educational and work experience do you bring to this position?
Okay, well, it's very diverse. I started out with a bachelor's degree in education from the University of Nebraska right out of high school, and then went back to college before I turned 50 to get my master's degree in business from Wayne State College. And then also I've done workshops at Northeast Community College, helping women become more educated and independent. And so I think that, of course, education is important, but I think life experiences really have the impact on where you come from and what actions you want to take. I was that non-traditional female student going back to college as a person that had full-time employment, and also raising a child as a single parent. So I experienced the challenges of being that non-traditional student. I think it's important that I experience that, because I can identify with the students at Metropolitan College that are going through the same thing. Also, my work experience in education and working as an advocate for families that were in crisis. I think prepares me also because I dealt with families that were in crisis, and as an educator, children that were living in poverty, not because of anything that was their choice or life choices that they've made, but because situations just happened. And poverty really impedes the development of children. It impedes their opportunities for education. And I am a firm believer that the road out of poverty is through education. And the Metropolitan Community College certainly does that. Also, I've served on many boards as volunteer, and this is a volunteer board. Currently, I'm serving on the Douglas County Housing Authority Board. Okay. And the reason I did that was because housing is also a huge issue for poverty-stricken individuals. And if you don't have a home, it's difficult for you to have a job and go to school and live a full life. So I think those two, the Metropolitan College Board and the Douglas County Housing Authority Board, are a good marriage because I'm looking at the issues that are impacting so many families. And the other thing, I recognize the importance of commitment and being a team player. And I'm semi-retired, so I won't have the time to commit for this position. And I not only have the time, but I pledge to attend not only the formal commitments of the job, but other functions at the college.
Well, that's wonderful, Judy, and you have a wealth of experience and background and depth of experience to bring to this position. That's exciting to think that you're running. I recall that in the primary you had quite a large margin.
I was fortunate, yes.
Yeah. And how do you anticipate the general election unfolding? Well, without telling all your secrets, of course.
Of course. Well, I think we are seeing a new trend. And I think that is a trend that voters want to know who they're voting for. So I am going to make sure that I'm meeting with people. I welcome questions. And I have also listed priorities that I think are important for the college. I think it's important that the voter knows what I think is important for the college, and then make the choice. And that they know what my experience is, and have, I think it's wonderful that they have diverse candidates to choose from, and then they can make their choice.
Well, your district covers a large portion of the metro service area, and could you describe that, Judy, for us, particularly the part that is in Sarpy County?
Sure. Well, District 1 is huge. It's not one that I'm going to be able to walk and knock on doors and meet all of the voters. It would be overwhelming to do that. The area in Sarpy County is located in the northwest part of the county. So it goes from Harrison South to Lincoln Road, and then on the east side would be 156th Street, and it goes west to the border of the county. Okay. So it is a small portion. But even though it's a small portion, many of the voters that live in that area will know people that are in the other areas, which include the western part of Douglas County and Dodge County, and can help their friends, relatives, and neighbors know where I stand.
Do you have any idea, Judy, the level of participation of the residents in your district that use Metropolitan Community College? That would be interesting.
It is it's not as high as I would like to see it, and there are part of that is because of some limitations. Metropolitan Community College is operating in 8 different locations. One of those locations is the Elkhorn campus. We have an issue at the Elkhorn campus that is keeping down enrollment at that and participation, and that is public transportation. The public transportation comes to Village Point and does not come on out to Metro. There's a reason. There are some disagreements between the City of Omaha and Metropolitan Community College, and those disagreements are in the courts right now.
Oh, really? I wasn't aware of that.
So I think it is extremely important that those issues be resolved and that the power playing be taken out of this equation and the law be followed. As I understand, one government subdivision cannot annex another government subdivision. And that was what was attempted.
Interesting.
And so the public transportation is being held hostage. And not only does it impact the students that live outside of the area from coming out to take part in the classes that are offered at the Elkhorn campus, but it impacts the people living in District 1 from getting to the other campuses. The other thing that has happened is that the zoning for Metropolitan Community College at Elkhorn was changed to agricultural by the city. So that impedes any new building. In fact, a new building that was scheduled to be built had to be put on hold.
Well, you certainly will have your challenges once you're serving on this board. Well, Judy, on behalf of the Sarpy County Democrats, I want to thank you for being our guest and wish you every vote. What more could you have than every vote? And please give our viewing audience any other comments that you would choose to make at this time, and your best, and convince them that you're the best choice to serve Metropolitan Community College.
Okay. Well, I think you need to know what my priorities are. My priorities are to continue the lowest tuition rate in the state. That's what Metropolitan Community College has at this point. To continue the small class size, 14-to-1 student-faculty ratio. I think that is key. Continue diversity of programs meeting the needs of the high-demand industries in the area. Continue and expand the dual credits, giving high school students the opportunity to earn college credits at the same time that they're earning high school credits at a reduced tuition cost. Expand locations for the convenience, including a full campus in Sarpy County. Ensuring that students have public transportation available through the metro area. Addressing the conflict between the City of Omaha and Metropolitan Community College at the Elkhorn campus, and making sure that affordable and convenient transportation is needed and available for our students. Then also, I think it's important that we address the daycare needs of the non-traditional single mother students, making up 67% of the student profile. So I really would love to thank you for this opportunity. And I ask the voters to do your research, evaluate who will be the best board member, and vote. I welcome any questions a voter may have, and I appreciate the voters' consideration and ask them to vote for me, Judy Domina, for Metropolitan Community College Board of Governors. Thank you.
Thank you, Judy.